community auntie mean? I don't have kids myself, and unfortunately I got cancer really early, so I wasn't able to ever have kids. And I always used that as the excuse of why I was a community auntie until my village was like, you've always been this person. You've always been the person to say, be weird. That's what I try to do here. I always tell people, like, be authentic. If you want to be loud, if you want to come in here in your bonnet and your sweats and your whatever, like, I feel like as we get older, we don't get to just be ourselves all the time. So I always wanted to be the cool aunt. But the community auntie's job to me is to be the extra parent for the other. And when I say parent, I don't even mean like this. What I mean is I have a friend that's a single mom, and I see she's working all the time, and I see she don't got time to do her daughter's hair. Auntie Tease, that's what they call me Auntie Tease. Auntie Tease is gonna show up and have that. Auntie Tease is at her store, and your parents, you know, rent is what it is. Your parents are working 2 jobs, and I don't want you at the house by yourself. Come in my community conference room. I keep cup of noodles. I have chimichangas in the freezer. You can do art. I keep free stuff back there all the time. We're doing a queer teens craft day 2 times a month now. And the room is free, and I literally just call the other community aunties and uncles, theys and thems. What are you doing on Monday? Can you come for 2 hours and teach them how to do some clay? We're having a kimchi class tomorrow from another business owner. And it's just, that's the job of the community aunties. It's literally to build a village. You're not supposed to be the parent to do all the jobs, but you know what? Maybe you're the fun auntie that knows how to braid. Maybe you're the fun auntie that likes to cook, you know? It was another way for me to get in my community. When I was growing up, all the girls, we got to go to school, we got to go and get this done. When you went to the big box stores, the way that they set things up, it would say hair aisle, and it's a full aisle, both sides of hair products, and then they'd say ethnic section. And the ethnic section was never even in the hair aisle. A lot of the times it would be by the deodorant, right? And so while most of my friends, they would actually be able to go to the hair aisle, right? Because their hair was like more straight. Mine was kinky, it's this. And so here I am having to go 2 aisles over by myself next to the deodorant, and I might get a foot. I might get a foot wide, maybe 3 shelves, right? And you have to remember that these are products that people thought worked on ethnic hair. I remember that from a really young age of always feeling other. I knew I was gonna have to go to the ethnic aisle. I knew I was gonna have to go over there. And that has stuck with me. It stuck with me in middle school, high school, college, adulthood. I just kind of got used to it. It's one of those things where like, it's okay, you have to live with this. This is something you live with, you just have to live with it. A lot of folks probably don't know this, but the Crown Act just passed in 2022. The Crown Act is literally the law that businesses, schools, organizations can't discriminate against locks, box braids, and a lot of natural styles. This just passed like 2 years, y'all, that someone could not hire me because I have an afro, which is naturally how my hair is, or locks or braids. And so with that being said, when I worked in commercial insurance, I had to have the blunt bang and straight hair. That is not how my hair grows. So that means I'm buying wigs. That means I'm buying relaxers. I'm buying everything that I need to do to make my hair more, for lack of better words, Eurocentric, to fit into the corporate world. And that means I'm going to beauty supply stores. I'm finding them out. Less than, I think 8% of all beauty supply stores are actually Black owned. And so I went to Detroit, I went to Chicago, and I went to Atlanta twice. And I went there, and I actually was really lucky to find people there that were like, come in, baby, come in. This is how I grew my store. This is how I found distributors. This is how I did this. And that was a big reason why I wanted to create this. But that's the hair part. The community part is, I think it just kind of naturally happened. I think it was just a natural progression. Like you create something for people will notice that and they'll kind of find you. So I've been lucky with that for the last 3 years. I I love art. If you go around my store, I have art from all kinds of artists around here. I say that I'm an art curator, except for I'm not rich, so maybe not, because I can't like go and buy a Van Gogh or nothing. People love art. People love art and they just feel like they can't do it. What if I make a room in my store for us to do things? And when I first said the idea of it, people said it was a bad idea. They were like, you're losing retail space. Like when I told other business owners, that was the only thing. They're like, you're losing retail space. I'm me, so I was just like, not really, because I don't have the money for inventory for that space anyway. We've done paint and sips with canvas. We've done paint and sips with glass. We've done wreaths, plant classes, sewing, stitch work, embroidery, candle making, kimchi making. We've done a cooking demo. One of my favorite things is being at the front working and hearing laughter just coming from the back, like that little random little cackle or whatever. That means people are enjoying themselves and having a good time. So people were like, would you ever move your store? If I moved it, it has to have enough room for a bigger space. Community isn't just finding people in your community. And when I say that, I mean like, my community is not just Black women. My community is not just people that are disabled. My community are everybody that's around me. If my community is struggling, then that means I am too. A community is only doing as well as their most vulnerable.
I first met Mattice through an organizing group that I'm a part of, the People's Assembly. Mattice volunteered to offer us supplies during the pandemic. We go out every week and we feed anywhere from 100 to 150 folks living and surviving on the streets here in Tacoma. And Mattice has been an amazing partner to us in the community, whether that be supplying clamshells for us to put food in, to blankets, to being a place where people can come and drop tents or warming supplies for folks. She's just been a big supporter of ours here the last 4 years, so I'm extremely thankful to be a part of what she has going on here in the community. Working in the schools, oftentimes a lot of the students that we serve, folks cannot supply them with certain hair care things to keep their hair up. And Mattice has been so generous the last year, just supplying a countless number of beauty kits for young Black girls in the elementaries and middle schools here in Tacoma. And just to see the young girls' faces when they receive those kits is priceless. Every one of those girls, when I see them and go into the schools, they're like, when can we get some more of those kits? And Mattice is just always on it. She's like, Lee, I got 30 kits, I got 40 kits. Come by and pick them up and make sure they get in those young girls' hands. So those things have been great for our community. I mean, I'm so thankful, like I said, to be in her life and for her to be in my life and just what she gives to the community as a whole.
It's funny, everyone always thinks that my favorite color is purple. It's actually my mom's. My mom's favorite color was purple. My mom actually passed away the day that I found this place. The day that I finally found a place that was within a mile of my house and in my neighborhood. And I had called her and I left a message and said, Mom, I found it. I found the place. It's super close. And then my brother called me a couple hours later to say that she had passed away. And so the dream of opening the store was, she's so much of a big reason of why I wanted to do this. She used to say this term that Black women don't have places to just be. We're policed, we're judged, she's like, we don't just have places that we can just be, just laugh and joke and be happy and smile and cry and just be. And so I said, all right, Mom, this is gonna be the place where Black women can just be. I cannot tell you how many people come in here and just hang out. I love it. I'm thinking about putting a couch over there on the side because I hang out all day too. I mean, I work really hard. I work hard all the time.